Hello, everybody. If you're interested in scheduling in a consultation with me in time for eclipse season, there are still slots available. You can book your slot at the link that you'll see above. In addition to that, I have an online academy, the Pulse of the Universe Academy of Vedic Astrology. If you'd like more information on that, you can find that link above as well. So has anybody ever told you that you're a dreamer, or that you're living in a fantasy realm, or that that's just too wild to imagine? And by any chance, has anybody ever told you that you're too pragmatic? That's way too practical and too down-to-earth of an idea. Well, now is a time where practicality can meet the fantastic if you play your cards correctly. What am I talking about? We're dealing with a triple conjunction between Rahu, Mercury, and Venus over the coming days. Between now and the 21st of May, Rahu and Venus will be transiting Rohini Nakshatra together with Mercury in Mrigashira. It's time to take those plans that you've been, kind of putting on the back shelf for a long time, take them down off the back shelf, blow a little dust off of them, kind of rework and retweak a few things, and really use your imagination. Dream big. I want you to dream really, really, really wildly, like beyond your wildest imagination. And I don't want you to be afraid to fall way short of the mark. Why is that? Because somewhere in between those two spaces is the actuality of this situation. What if I told you that in order to achieve a large degree of what you want to achieve, you've kind of got to play a little bit of a trick on your mind, right? You have to let yourself fantasize. You have to let yourself dream. Here's why. Venus, on one level, relates to our conscious desires. Those things that we know that we want and we're conscious of, and we're able to, quite often control ourselves within the right set of situations. But this isn't that set of situations, because Venus is also coming into close proximity to Rahu. Rahu, on many levels, relates to our compulsive desires. So when you have compulsive desires coming together with conscious desires, you have a huge impact on the desire nature of the individual. And that's why I want you to imagine the fantastic. But as you're imagining that fantastic, be willing to accept that the way that you see it coming into being may not happen that way at all. As a matter of fact, whenever Rahu is in the equation, chances are that it's not going to happen in that manner. And chances are that you won't be able to say equation, like I just did a few sentences back. But, on a certain level, that can actually work in your favor as long as you're not too stuck or attached to form. Have you ever heard the saying, you should aim for the stars because you might just reach the moon? This is one of those moments. If you have a good dose of a positive attitude, which you can, you'll find yourself over the course of the next several days becoming very purpose-driven and mission-driven. And one part of your mind is likely going to be looking at the things that you're coming up for ideas with and going, no, that's just too big. I'll never be able to achieve that. Or how will I put that into being? I don't know if I have the skills to be able to actualize that. Now, Rahu's interaction with Mercury, the first couple of days or so of this transit, Rahu, Mercury, and Venus will all be in Rohini. And then Mercury is going to shift into Mrigashira Nakshatra. Mrigashira Nakshatra can both cause you to assess your situation from less than a prosperous attitude, but at the same time, that very same capacity that's making you go, gee, I wish it could be this way, or I wish it could be that way, will cause you to retweak a thing or two along the way. Take things apart, see what's going wrong, put it back together again. As long as you don't do that over and over and over and over again to the point that like what you're left with looks nothing like the original dream that you had, things will be okay. So in short, I'm kind of saying to you, don't be so attached to form, but at the same time, don't like completely discard the essence of what it is that you think you should do. So somewhere between that fantastic and that down to earth is the actuality of what you're actually going to be able to achieve. Rohini Nakshatra is strengthened by the position of the moon over these next several days. And so it can give you the capacity to be really productive, to nurture a dream into being, to really protect it, nurture it, watch it grow. But don't give in to fear. Don't give in to this doubt that somehow this is just too wild, or this is a waste of my time, or I just don't have the skill set to do that, or I don't have the resources to do that. And if something seems to go a little bit haywire, aside from an explosion in your kitchen or something weird like that, don't think too much about it. And don't worry, I'm not predicting that, right? But if something goes a little bit haywire, hey, that's absolutely true to form. A little bit haywire. Don't get caught up in a little bit haywire. Instead, just kind of recognize that, all right, I can do what I can do. And I can actually achieve probably much more than I thought I was able to. So dare to dream big, but also dare to be practical. Be practically big, be practically fantastic, and you'll be heading in precisely the right direction. And if you could use a little bit of help nurturing that dream into reality, at least to a certain extent, I'm happy to help. You can schedule a consultation with me through my astrological services page. You will find the link to that page above. That's going to do it for this look at Rahu's conjunction with Venus in Rohini Nakshatra between now and the 21st of May, 2021. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.